次は中目黒終点です。東急東横線はお乗り換えです。The next stop is 中目黒 H1, the last stop. Please change here for the Tokyu Toyoko line. Arriving at 中目黒 H1, the last stop.
Today we are hanging out around Nakameguro, but now we're on our way to find our first breakfast spot.
What the heck? They look like tissue.
Japanese hair. Medium light roast. Yeah, right. Ice.
浅入りとか深入りとかお好みあります？これグアテマラの
I've always liked Japanese perms on guys, so today I found a salon that can do the center part wavy look. Right now my hair is medium length, so I'm trying to see if I can get like a natural wave look to it. Let's try it out.
We are now walking to the end of Nakameguro River as we know it. There is a cold soba restaurant I want to try, which is perfect for the summer heat today.
Jacuzzi. Got me a new pair of shoes. It's olive green and cream color. No. Nice photo.
Today they have a private exhibition, so we can't come to this coffee shop. Rare because it's discontinued. about 800,000 yen. This used to be on my wish list, and the pandemic hit and never went to the beach, but still very cute. They have all the non-fiction stuff. The ceramic shop is behind this red facade, but you have to enter through these doors. And the sign literally is right here, but you can't see it. So this is Log Road Daikanyama. This used to be a really popular place for cafes and shops. We used to hang out here, grab a coffee, but now all the stores are closed, except for Garden House, which you should definitely check out. No cheese.
That's it. Somebody's cozy home. Maybe my future home.